Breaking news. If he fell off his bike, then he may fall out of the election. Joe will not run. The U.S. Democratic Party announced that they would not allow Biden to vote. In the United States, the question is often raised about the application of the 25th Amendment of the Constitution, which allows you to remove the president due to incapacity. Carolyn Maloney, chair of the U.S. House Committee on Oversight and Reform, said in an interview with the New York Times that U.S. President Joe Biden will not run for a second term in 2024. She told reporters about this off record. A newspaper interviewer asked her, should President Biden run again? To which she replied, not on record. He is no longer running. But when a journalist asked her what to tell readers on the record, she replied, on the record. No, I don't think Biden should be re-elected. Although earlier the American media wrote that U.S. President Biden was going to announce his nomination in the fall. Experts say that most likely in 2024 the confrontation between Trump and Biden will happen again. However, given the state of the second, this may not happen. Biden will not run for a second term due to incapacity. Journalists and politicians throughout the United States began to constantly recall the 25th Amendment to the country's constitution. It allows you to remove the president in the event of his incapacity. And Biden sometimes shows a supremely pathetic state. He constantly mixes up words, cannot pronounce others, falls off bicycles, and then makes excuses because of this. Now, after a 2-week quarantine, he went on a week-long vacation in a $20 million mansion for which he does not pay. Joe Biden's policies also led to an incredible 9% inflation for the U.S. The situation was aggravated by the soaring prices for automobile fuel. In some regions of the country, gasoline prices have almost doubled. Recall that President Biden took the lead in the election race thanks to remote voting via mail. Allegedly, he urged his supporters to vote for him remotely. This allowed him to bypass ex-President Trump in the final hours of the vote count. He later accused the Biden administration of dishonest elections and fraud. But he failed to prove the guilt of the Democrats.